Hi guys, the Villainous Prince here, and today I'm going to be doing something new because this is going to be my first film review. And it's the perfect time because Raya and the Last Dragon has just been released on Disney Plus Premier Access here in the UK. Now it's going to be a short mini review with no spoilers because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be waiting till the movie goes free, which will happen in June. So actually let's go to the actual review now. Remember, there's going to be no spoilers. And let's see what I initially thought of Raya and the Last Dragon. So, what is the actual plot of Raya and the Last Dragon? Well, I'm going to try and summarise it the best I can without any spoilers once again. So I'm going to try my best here. So, Raya and the Last Dragon is set in a world called Kumandra. Kumandra had a huge conflict 500 years ago between the Droon and the dragons. After this conflict, Kumandra was split into 5 different lands. These lands being named after different body parts of the dragon. These being tail, talon, tusk, spine and heart. And heart is where Raya lives, with her father, Chief Benja. Now, Chief Benja has a dream to actually bring all the 5 different lands together and come Kumandra once again. This is all set in an excellent flashback. The reason why I say it's an excellent flashback because there's so much that happens. I didn't realise I was watching the flashback until it went 6 years later. So 6 years later, we join Raya, who's in the search of the Last Dragon. No spoilers here because if you've seen the trailers, you know for a fact she does find the Last Dragon being Sisu. And Sisu is excellently voiced by Awkwafina. Now, I do apologise if I said that name wrong, but Awkwafina does an excellent job here voicing Sisu. So Raya and Sisu go off on their journey, meeting excellent characters along the way to try and save the world of Kumandra. Talking about characters, this has got to be the best Disney movie for colourful and excellent characters, which we'll go into now. Okay, on to characters. I'm only going to mention a few of the characters because there's quite a few curveballs that happen within the movie. And if I mention all of them, it might kind of ruin the movie for a few people. Because remember, once again, this is no spoilers. So we have to start with Raya, who is the new breed of Disney princess. She's not the typical damsel in distress. She's an actual tough cookie. But what does every Disney princess need? Of course, an animal companion. And here we've got Tuk Tuk, or Baby Tuk Tuk, in the flashbacks. Now, the one thing that I read before I watched the movie is that Tuk Tuk was the main source of transportation for Raya. And I was thinking, how does that work? But it's quite clever what they've done because he's a armadillo, rolls up into a ball, she sits on top, and off they go. Then we have got Sisu, the dragon, which again, excellently voiced. Then we've got I nearly said Naomi then. Namari. There we go. Namari. I'll get there. Namari. She is the princess of one of the lands called Fang. We've got Captain Boone, who is the captain of the Prawn Emporium. And you've got little baby Noi, who has one of the best action scenes within the movie, I think. Anyway, talking about scenes, let's actually go and talk about the actual visual effects of the movie. Okay, when I go and watch a Disney movie, I usually have a hidden star of the show. And that's the character that actually steals the spotlight from the main character. And if I like the movie that much, I will then go and buy merchandise for that character. So, for example, Disney Pixar's Coco, I went out and bought Dante the dog. Now, for Raya and the Last Dragon, due to the humour, her voice, the hidden star of the film has got to be Sisu. The Last Dragon stole the show. Hilarious, her dialogue. I just love that character so much. So, I will actually go out and buy merchandise for Sisu. Okay, I've just spoken about the characters. What about the villain? Because being the villainous prince who loves Disney villains, I have to talk about the villain. And this is not the typical hero versus villain story. So we haven't really got a Disney villain to join our gracious, glorious Disney villain team, because it's the Droon, really. The Droon who started this huge conflict 500 years ago that divided the huge world of Commandra into the new world of 5 different lands. So it's the Droon. Let's just move on to the visuals then. So the animation, well, to me, this has got to be the best looking Disney movie by far. Disney Pixar used to set the standard, but looking back at Disney Pixar Soul and onward, okay, yeah, they look nice, but this is now the new standard. I think Disney Studios now are beating Disney Pixar. The reason for this is each different land in this movie has their own different feel. There's loads of colours used. You've got Heart, which is all about nature, so you've got the greens, the yellows, the reds, for different kinds of trees, flowers, plant life. Then you have got Tail, which is set in the desert. You have got Talon, which is set at night, but it's a busy kind of marketplace with a busy nightlife kind of feel, so it's bright lights. And then you've got Spine, which is set in the forest, but it's got an eerie kind of blue, kind of purplish kind of tone. And then you've got Fang, which is kind of like a rich nation, which has got white stone buildings, very minimalistic, yellows, whites, altogether a good looking movie. No complaints. And when they actually introduced the different lands, they actually used the title cards, so Heart, Fang, just like they do in, say, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I do like, because some movies they go from one area to the other and you think, where am I now? And they've never used this, I think, in a Disney movie before. Halfway well, later on in the movie as well, I actually thought to myself, am I still watching a animation, because the water effects are out of this world, I feel. And they also use different kind of art kind of styles, like some old school animation. So when they go into the part of the flashback, when they're introducing the lands, they use kind of like drawings. But what got me the most was when Captain Boom was talking about his action plan. It kind of went to a Dragon Ball Z kind of anime kind of style. Altogether, it is a gorgeous looking movie. This is now, I feel, the standard to all animations. No complaints. The characters are drawn well, they come to life. The dragons as well all come to life. Brilliant movie for animation. So what do I actually love about this movie? Well, first of all, the way it's written. The humour has been cranked up to a maximum, because it starts at the very start and goes all the way through the movie. Some areas are very witty. For example, there is a dialogue between Raya and Sisu, comparing a crystal to a puppy. The bits of sarcasm, for example, when Sisu is commenting about Raya's types of snacks and fashion choices. And the adult humour is also there as well, which of course some kids won't pick up on, and of course us adults will, but it's only noticeable if you're not paying complete attention. Now, I thought it was just me, but I've actually asked some of my friends about this as well, and literally, if you're not paying full attention, so for example, if you getting a drink or a snack like I was, a handful of popcorn, there's a bit of a saying that Raya says, and you think, wow, did she say that? It sounds similar, but the way it's written so it doesn't sound like it's supposed to. I'm not going to spoil it, but I can give you the timestamp, which is 35 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, listen to that, and it could sound like something else. But it's not, of course. It's a Disney movie. Of course, no swearing is allowed in a Disney movie. So the humour, the action scenes as well. Like I said before, little baby Noi, yeah, let's get her name right, and Raya have one of the best action scenes in the movie. It is excellently animated. The animation, like I said, is on point. It is great. One of the best looking Disney movies by far. They've jumped over Disney Pixar. The music and the sound is great. It is an excellent movie. Excellent. And I am not going in full detail, but there's nothing much I don't like about the movie, except for one character. I'm not mentioning who it is, but one character she's like, okay, you're getting a bit gullible now, have you not learnt your lesson? And I was like thinking, oh no, not this again. But it then leads into an arc of the story, which it leads back to the way it's written. It is a great, great movie. Excellent movie. So, is there any extras in the movie? Well, one thing that is missing is a mid-credit scene or end credit scene. Now, Disney have become very famous for putting these scenes in. For example, Ralph Breaks the Internet has the Frozen 2 sneak peek, and Frozen 2 had the Olaf scene. Trust me, there is no scenes at all in this, because I watched the whole of the Raya and the Last Dragon credits. Disney Easter eggs, did I spot any? No, not really, because Disney have become very famous as well for putting Easter eggs in there. But the good thing about that is I'm going to be watching the movie again. Now, Disney's past few movies, including Mulan, you got Disney Pixar's Soul and Onward. I didn't really like them, and I've only watched those movies once. I've not rewatched them yet. But however, I can't wait to watch Raya and the Last Dragon again. And that's the good thing about this Disney Premier Access, because it's only costing £20 and I can watch that now unlimited. You actually go to the cinema. Cinema tickets range from £5 to £10 wherever you go, and that's just for one person. But the Premier Access gives my whole family access to watch the movie. And so my mum and dad, sister, brother-in-law, brother, sister-in-law can all watch it. So there's like 8 of us, and between £20, that's like £3 per person for unlimited time, which I think is great value for money. So I can't wait to watch the movie again. Overall then, what do I think of this movie? Well, have you actually heard me say anything bad about this movie in this video? I love the writing, I love the humour, I love the animation. There's a lot of colourful, exciting characters to meet along the way in this film. It is great. The only thing I'm going to say that'll spoil this movie is it's great. It is excellent. It is top notch. I love this movie. I think it's the best Disney movie by far in ages. Sorry, Frozen fans, but Raya and the Last Dragon is a great movie, and I can't wait to watch it again. Anyhow, if you've got any views on Raya and the Last Dragon, put them in the comments, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next video.